Are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1?
I think I am, B2.
It's canopy time.
What do we got? We got a new BT50 here. It's got one of our V2 trays and canopies on it. Brendo, some of the accessories, mate.
Yep, so we've got some KMC wheels in black. We've got the Falcon Wild Peaks on there as well. This has got a Lovells GVM upgrade up to 3,600 kilos, so plenty of carrying capacity for this car.
Yep, up top again, the core roof rack, so the Pioneer platform from Rhino Rack. The steady lighting, so we've got a 42-inch light bar up front, the micros and also the RGBs all around, included in that package. So when you do a core off-road roof rack, it comes with all the lighting, the Rhino Rack platform, everything fitted to the vehicle. So
exactly right.
It's a good bit of kit. The Rhino Rack's pretty universal, mate. Lots of accessories. Everyone
knows it. There's plenty of gear available for it. It's got the really good channel system that you can mount just about anything to, so it makes things really easy.
All right, so moving around now, the elephant in the room, obviously the new V2 tray and canopy. This is the first one that we've done on a BT50, so the first time everyone at home would have seen the canopy fitted to our tray. Brendo, let's open her up, mate, see what's inside. So not a lot on this one. This is our first empty shell, so now you can option to buy a canopy without anything fitted and do the
Correct.
DIY yourself, which is something we've been asked for numerous times.
A lot of times, yeah. So we've got a full uni-strut system that's installed all the way around, so basically any sort of drawers or fridges or fridge slides and bits and pieces you want to bolt in, you can bolt it into the uni-strut, you can slide it anywhere you want. It makes it really, really easy for customers to do their own stuff.
Yeah, and we've still got our range. We're still going to offer our premium fit out, so our GTX, GT Plus, GTX Plus, our GTU, so you can still option for our premium range, and you're still going to have that finished product in that plastic that we're known for, and having those joins all perfect, but also having that budget range with the universal drawers and fridge rounds just makes it for you guys at home a little bit more affordable, a little bit more customizable, all that sort of stuff. So
absolutely,
they're built as tough as nails. We've got good warranty systems in place, customer service, mate.
That's right. Yeah, well, that's part of my job as well, and I'll look after you as much as I can, everywhere I can.
Standard features on the tray, obviously mudder guards, under tray toolboxes as standard,
yep,
as they were in the previous range as well. We have made a few changes, haven't we, to the under tray box and that tail light section.
Yeah, so that rear clip section is now one piece, so it means that for any repairs in the future it's quite a lot easier. All we need to do is get that one piece and send it out to you, or send it to your panel beater.
And an optional upgrade, obviously on the standard range it was included in the packages. Now we've really brought that base price down of our tray, so our standard dual cab tray without the canopy, but still with all the under tray boxes and the trundle and everything, starting at around that 13,900 mark, plus fits and extras and all that sort of stuff. One of the key upgrades here is the under tray box central locking upgrade.
That's right.
So we run a unique little 2-pin contact system, so we're not running any cables out into the under tray box. I won't go into it too much, but it does hook up to that factory key fob, meaning that when you walk away from the vehicle, one press the button and everything's all locked.
Nice and convenient. So one thing that you might have noticed is something a little bit unique is the C-deck that we use in the canopies here. We've actually done a little CNC project here where we CNC'd it out into some cool patterns, some hexagons, which is something we're known for. And so it just makes the whole canopy very unique, very different, but it's also a really cool surface to work on, to bolt things down to, and to have all your gear not slide around and not move around too much.
Yeah, and protect that powder coat finish
right.
as well. You know, obviously a lot of gears going in and out. The U-deck here has been in the marine industry for a long time, so it's all weather resistant, that sort of stuff. It's used in boats and all that sort of stuff. So
that's right.
For a canopy like this, you could just about hose it all out with a pressure washer and it'll be as good as new again. So it is a good upgrade. It isn't a standard option, but you know, definitely something that we can include for you. All right, so around the rear of the vehicle, like I said, you would have seen a bit of change from our previous tray video that Jimmy did. A new tail light with the under tray toolbox is a new design. Still reintegrating the rear cameras and the parking cameras and all that sort of stuff, so trying to bring in as many of those factory features as possible. Trundle drawer is standard on the tray. This has option for the trundle drawer lid, slightly different design with the trundle drawer on our new trays. We've got two options. So as standard, underneath the tray we've got two water tanks, roughly about 100 litres across the two, roughly 50 litres each. This is the length of the trundle drawer you get with the two tanks, sorry.
That's right.
Which is about 850, 900 mil long. Yep. We can drop one of those tanks out as a standard option. And give you about 1250, 1300 in trundle drawer length. So depending on the customer and what's more important to you, the water capacity or the storage, I mean, depending on the use of the vehicle, I guess, but the option's there as a standard feature. We'll move around to the other side, Brendo. We've got the awning brackets and the bushwhacker.
Alrighty, so up the top we've got the bushwhacker awning. It's mounted to our canopy with some custom brackets that we've had to design to suit the new lip of the canopy and the new shape of the canopy. We've got hex riv nuts that are pre-installed into all of the headboards and bits and pieces so that you can actually bolt these straight on nice and easily, so that's an off-the-shelf part that you can add later if you'd like to. The bushwhacker awning, again in core off-road fashion, we love the bushwhacker here. They're a great 270-degree awning, really high quality. They've got the D-zip at the back so that you can open that up and get into your ladder and stuff if you've got to. And you can also tie it all down with the poles and the ropes and stuff so you can really hunker down and get through some weather.
So that, obviously that awning bracket's another one of our accessories. We do have a full range of accessories for the V2. So on the headboard, you'll notice we've got the hex riv nuts and we've got them all along the top of the headboard as well for our load management systems.
Ladder end stops.
Pretty much every upgrade and every option that we can include in the new range is pretty much going to be available, so that if you buy the canopy or you buy the tray, you can add the canopy later on, or you can add the ladder stops later on, you can add the awning brackets on. It's all sort of built to work with each other.
That's right. So one of the other accessories that are available is obviously the legs to jack the canopy off. So you can purchase those later on again if you want to. If you need to take the canopy off for any reason to help with storage of the vehicle or to use the ute as a ute again, you can purchase the legs, put them in, wind them down, take the canopy off, and nice and straightforward that way.
It's pretty easy to do as well. And I mean, we've got our rope rails all along the bottom of the tray, but we also use that as our mounting points for the canopy.
Exactly.
So inside the canopy, we'll open that side there for us, Brendo. In each corner of the canopy, so obviously depending on the size of the canopy that you go for, you want to sort of have that bolted at the furthest most points.
That's right.
One in each corner is more than enough to hold it down. We've got one up in this corner, one there, and then pretty much you put the nut on a ring spanner. You can get it in through the rope rail, so it's easy to bolt it in, and obviously unbolt it even with a lot of that gear in there. And then the legs, 19 mil or whatever it is on the rattle gun, and just wind them off, and that's it. It's
exactly
easy
right.
as.
Nice and straightforward.
All right, so one of the last sort of features of the tray, which we'll go into today, obviously this is just a teaser, a bit of an intro to show you the canopy fitted to the tray. But the last sort of feature, which you wouldn't have seen on the other side, is our fuel point up in the headboard this time, Brendo.
Exactly right. So up in the headboard, a bit more convenient, a bit easier to access, no bending down or anything. That cap comes straight off basically. You're ready to go. This is not a high flow fill, so you are filling at the normal point. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, but it's important obviously bringing that fuel filler up higher as opposed to where it was standard. It gives that fall a bit better, so you don't get any splashback or anything like that. So it's a lot easier to fill. Having that 100mm headboard allows us to run that fuel pipe down on a near vertical.
Exactly right.
So just to help with that. So just some of the features that we've integrated and
a lot of thought, a lot of thoughts going into it, a lot of time and effort and all these things.
And the V2 range obviously has been a long anticipated sort of thing, but here it is, the tray and the canopy. The first one, I'm sure there'll be lots more to go. We've got the full internal fit outs. Once we get those done, we'll do another video a bit more in depth. We'll see if we can get Jimmy back, do another walk around, and we'll get into it. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.